Yo, this nigga Kyrie.
That's how we gonna start it. That's how it starts.
This nigga Kyrie, bro. I hate that I agree with this nigga. But I hope. But the thing is, I agree with him, and I agree with the team and how they have to handle scenario. It's one of those scenarios where both sides is right.
Mm.
Kyrie don't want to get this vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectly within his right to not want to get that vaccine.
Right.
State of New York or New York, New Jersey. It's Jersey, right?
New York.
New York. State of New York. Yeah, Brooklyn. I'm bugging. State of New York has the implemented where you have to be vaccinated to be in a group environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the NBA team is a group environment. You can't practice with your squad. Then they proposed he would go with the team on the road trips. How the hell that's gonna work? It can't. You can't build no type of chemistry like that.
No, the owner said before the season started that he already told Kyrie what it is. So it was either get vaccinated or not. And Kyrie he had a long time to think about it, and he decided not to get it.
Yeah, and so the team has to do what they have to do.
For sure.
But he also doing what he got to do.
For sure.
Because you ain't finna force something that's gonna be permanent, like you said earlier, before the pod. You ain't finna force something permanent on me for this temporary thing of a season. You know what I mean?
But ain't it kind of crazy how Kyrie's kind of pulling Kyrie in a way without wanting to leave the team? He's kind of like leaving the team. This is like the second mega superstar he's done this to.
Yeah. Once again, when the first happened, when he did this to the first one, and I said that nigga was a little bitch, and ain't nobody and this man over here want to talk about, no man, you got to see where you got. I don't give a fuck with.
We talking about Kyrie Irving, correct?
Yeah, Kyrie.
Ain't no way.
No, I thought he was. I mean, I respected his opinion. Like if you don't want to be around somebody because of how they treating you or how you feel that they treating you at the time, then you making your move that you thought you would make, and then later to find out you was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And he admitted it. So I mean, his pride was getting too much of it. Pride is the devil.
Wait, we talking about him leaving Cleveland or leaving Boston?
Leaving Cleveland. I'm talking about when he left. Like I'm saying, it's not the same as like he wanted to leave KD, but in a way he is leaving KD. And I'm saying it's now two superstars, mega superstars, that Kyrie is separating himself from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like first it was LeBron, and then now Tatum's over there. I mean, you had Tatum and Jaylen Brown. If you were compatible, y'all could be dirty. You know, but you couldn't work with them. Now you with KD. And the chemistry is not the problem.
KD and Harden.
The
ideal team.
Yeah. And all the talks and all that stuff y'all had before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, for me, I would say that I feel the same way Kyrie does on the vaccinations. But if I was in his position, like, and I was an NBA player, like, I probably would get the vaccination right now.
Okay.
I probably would have to, just because of, you know what I'm saying, you worked your whole life to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? If you
to this
because if he's in a position where he's in with the money that he's got to get additional information that maybe I don't have, and he knows something, then I understand you 100%. Because if you're using your resources to that amount to get where you got to go to learn more things and everything, and you know something that somebody else doesn't know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just like you don't have no type of anything, like what are you basing this off of? Where are you getting it from? Are you just reading articles? Have you actually talked to a doctor yourself? Have you actually talked to scientists? You know what I'm saying? Are these just theories, or do you have evidence? You know what I'm saying? For him to make that decision, because he's losing out on like how many millions? Like 20-something, 30-something mil?
Yeah.
I think Kyrie's one of the people that the money is not that big of a deal for him.
I mean, he got endorsements out of crazy. He made movies, like he made.
Kyrie came for money too.
I don't think even if he had an endorsement,
he's not retiring. So
I mean, he'll probably have to find a situation that works best for him somewhere else. Probably, I really think that him standing on what he believes in speaks more volumes than him just not getting the vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Most
So,
definitely.
me personally, I don't think that the slander that he gets it's not fair to him
I don't think that.
because it's
I
his
think you're
body.
going too far. Like Stephen A. went too far.
Yeah,
To
he's a
me,
clown.
like Stephen A. said that if this his decision proves that he's not a good leader and blah 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 blah. I don't necessarily feel
I
that
don't
way
agree
because
with
if you
that.
think about it from the opposite angle, it does show that he's a good leader,
Standing on what you
staying
believe
on
in.
what you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think
Yo, real.
No, he did though.
I know he did, but still.
Wait, what is he? What?
Um, Stephon Marbury ate Vaseline at one time. And was talking about he was depressed and all that stuff like that before.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then he came at Stephen A. and said that Stephen A. Doesn't deserve to be on the air or whatever like that.
I think
But
Stephen A needs to be more careful what he says
yeah,
and how he talks
he
about
too
certain
versatile.
people. Especially when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying? You can't speak pro black about coaches not getting enough black coaches getting enough jobs or why black coaches being affected by other black coaches' performance, but then you sit there and you'll try to destroy Kyrie Irving, somebody who's promoting about what he believes in
yeah,
and standing on what he believes in, and
Yeah,
also showing you that the money that he's making or whatever the money he's going to lose is not worth whatever he believes in for his.
for
That
his
speaks
for his
volumes
for
yeah.
his health, for his life.
for his life.
The only downside to Kyrie is the fact that like he was like going hard on the flat Earth and he was going hard with some other stuff too. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said he didn't want to play because of something that was going on overseas.
And then the bubble situation he kind of handled a little whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the what he was saying was legit, but just how he went about it, it kind of gave him a bad rap to where people are being super hard on him on this right here.
But
You know what I'm
Kyrie
saying? But
came in at the age of what? 18?
like 19,
18.
20.
I would say 19,
He
20.
played a year, though.
Yeah,
He played 1 year at Duke, right?
1 year, dude. So 19.
19.
Yeah,
Kyrie, he pretty much he's one of them people that grew up in front of us, right? We watched him
Right,
grow up. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
hmm
He's
And
entitled to make those type of
but
mistakes.
here's the thing. Of course, like real people are going to get it, but the media are going to attack Kyrie because Kyrie called them peon or pawns.
I
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He called
But
them
they've
pawns.
they've
So straight
called
up,
him worse than that. They attacked Kyrie for years prior to that.
yeah.
most
And
definitely.
if you think about it, media are pawns, and we just as pawns as they are.
For sure.
The media is using things to influence us. That's the thing that a lot of people fail to realize. We're being influenced and being dragged by all these different outsources,
For sure.
whether it be podcasts, whether it be news or
It's called TV
ESPN.
programming for a reason.
They're programming us and they're influencing us, and technically we're the puppets. We're
hmm
doing. I dress certain way because I seen Jay-Z wore this, or
Yeah.
these sneak. You
I
know what I'm
definitely see
saying?
a New York hat.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I mean? He ain't say nothing that was out of the ordinary. He just said what he felt he wanted to say. But at the same time, they dragged Kyrie years before that with him dealing with LeBron and how he handled the LeBron situation. But they was antagonizing Kyrie the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And Kyrie don't hold what he got to say. He say, and that's why they do it, because Kyrie's gonna give you a story.
Yeah.
Kyrie's gonna hop on IG and tell you
What
Stephen
had
A
he
ain't
feeling?
telling you exactly. You dig what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
probably part of the reason why they constantly on Kyrie behind, because he's gonna give you that story that you need on IG
Right.
or ESPN. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna say how he feel.
You're gonna say how you feel. But if Kyrie stayed quiet and Kyrie didn't interact with a lot of the stuff, we wouldn't be having this problem right here. If Kyrie didn't take a vaccine, he would be just as important as Andrew Wiggins or somebody else like that, where I didn't even know the man had a vaccine or not. You know what I'm saying? I didn't keep track of that story, but I kept track of Kyrie's story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Because I was watching him, Bradley Beal. Because the most notable people was Wiggins, Bradley Beal, and Kyrie, and I think there was like one other person. But Bradley Beal, he still ain't get vaccinated,
right.
but he don't have to because DC ain't
He
requiring him
say he
to.
ain't requiring it. Yeah. But what about when he goes to different states to play?
But if you don't have to be vaccinated,
Oh, okay.
you can still come in and play.
If you go to New York, you're gonna have to be vaccinated.
You can still play. That's what they were saying. That don't make sense.
because now we're dealing with different states' laws, and every law, every state is different with
But
different laws.
see, then that wouldn't make then like you said, it wouldn't make sense then because if Bradley Beal can come in and play a game there, why the hell can't Kyrie go in there and play a game? See what I'm saying? Like that don't make no damn sense.
You know what? That does make sense. What you were saying, because he's going to New York. New York, you have to abide by New York. If the Florida gun law is this right here, I can't take my gun in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
New York is not having that. That's a whole different state of law. So he should be following whatever state laws that they have.
I'm almost 100% sure I heard them say, like word for word, that Bradley Beal, is not. That's why we're not really. That's why Bradley Beal is not in the news right now,
Right?
Because DC is not requiring it, and they were saying that the rule, like, if you play for a team where that's not mandated, when you come to the other thing, like you don't have to be vaccinated.
But see that, and like I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking.
No, most definitely. But I'm gonna
that.
definitely clarify that. I'm gonna definitely look that up. You know,
Like
I'm make sure that's facts.
I'm more attacking that point because like
it's dumb.
Because it's stupid. Because like okay, so if Bradley Beal had COVID and it went on the court and then went spread it amongst the rest of the league, even though the rest of everybody, the other team has to be mandated to have vaccines, that don't make no damn sense because all you're gonna do is continue to spread it. So like that wouldn't make sense for him to be able to play in New York.
Yeah, we gotta figure this out.
Yeah, but the way that is, but
we gotta figure this out.
But the thing is, though, whether you're vaccinated or not, you can still
contract
carry the coronavirus. You can still pass it around, but it just decreases your probability of passing it.
Not even passing it, but like not
dying
from it, and that would be the most ideal thing is that people not die from it. You know what I mean? And so, like, but this still gonna always be a touchy thing because it's everybody's personal. Everybody has their own rights in regards to do I want to take this? Do I want to get the jab? I'm vaccinated, but like at the same time, like I haven't grown a third arm yet, so I'm good yet. Currently, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But yeah, man, like it's just gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how this continues to play out for him going forward. Like
you heard they got there's something new that came out that said it's supposed to be deadlier than COVID. It's called NAFA or something like that.
Oh, great.
It's like,
I beg your pardon. There's another strand.
It's not COVID. It's something else.
Oh man.